In this section, we're going to define what relationship selling is all about. We'll explain how it's different from traditional selling methods, and finally, I'll take you back to your childhood and answer the question, are great salespeople born that way, or can they be developed?
In relationship sales, it's all about solving the customer's needs. The key distinction between relationship salespeople and traditional salespeople is that relationship salespeople are focused on solving the customer's needs, whereas traditional salespeople are focused on making sales and moving product. Many of the negative stereotypes associated with sales originate from traditional selling methods.
Relationship salespeople are not order takers, not mindless robots. They are highly creative, innovative thinkers who solve their clients' problems. Their primary mission is to help their clients fulfill their needs through the sale of their products and services. Now let me repeat. Their primary mission is to help their clients fulfill their needs through the sale of their products and services. And remember that relationship selling is not about selling your stuff. It's always about relationships and always about helping others.
This may require a new mindset for you, but trust me, it's well worth it. Being a relationship salesperson makes a tremendous difference in your sales success rate. When you are a relationship salesperson, your customers and prospects don't view you as just another salesperson. They see you for what you really are, an expert, a partner, and a value-added resource to their business.
Being a relationship salesperson can also save your job. Let me explain. One of my biggest clients was Bell Atlantic Mobile, which today is known as Verizon Wireless. They represented over 60% of my business. I flew in to see them and expected a routine public relations call, and then all hell broke loose. The day before our meeting, the two ad directors I worked with were advised by their newly hired president to fire us and hire some of his close associates. Now you can imagine how shocked I was. Bell Atlantic Mobile represented over half my business and I was being fired. There were no legitimate grounds for this firing except that the new president had a preferred vendor. I was devastated. Fortunately, my firm had repeatedly demonstrated that we were more than just salespeople. We provided Bell Atlantic Mobile with highly effective and cost-efficient marketing services that exceeded their expectations. We were industry experts, partners, and a value-added resource to them. The ad directors met with the new president's preferred vendor and were less than impressed. For 6 months, they delayed firing my company. Finally, they confronted their president and advised him of their choice to stick with my firm. Having worked with the ad directors for an additional 6 months and seeing how competent they were, the president chose to respect their decision and to keep our firm. It was through this experience that I first understood the true value of being a relationship salesperson.
People always ask me, can anyone be a salesperson, or are great salespeople just born that way? Look, even as babies, we're already selling. When a baby is hungry or wet, it cries, telling its parents that it's uncomfortable and needs to be fed or changed. When a baby is frightened, it cries, telling mom or dad that it needs to be held. No words, no sales pitches, no closing techniques, just communication. So in that sense, people are born with certain sales skills.
But beyond the basics, sales skills are developed through the application of the following qualities. Just like a diaper covers a baby's bottom, these will cover yours.
D is for drive. To be a great relationship salesperson, you have to be driven and committed towards helping your prospects to achieve their goals.
I is for interest. Are you genuinely interested in solving your prospects' needs? Any insincerity will show and you will not be successful.
A is for attention. Pay attention to the details. To be effective, you have to listen ever so carefully to your prospects.
P is for practice. Nothing great has ever been achieved without hard work and lots of practice. Are you willing to make that effort?
E is for enthusiasm. Are you enthusiastic about your product? No one wants to do business with someone that doesn't care. Enthusiasm is contagious. If you're enthusiastic about what you're selling, the chances are that your prospects will be as well.
Lastly, R is for rejection. Can you handle the rejection that comes with selling? You can't win them all. If you expect to, you're setting yourself up for failure. Rejection is just part of the sales process. When you put these letters together, it spells diaper. Just like a diaper keeps an infant warm and cozy, by using these qualities, you'll make your clients feel warm and cozy too.
By the way, to be a successful relationship salesperson, doesn't matter whether you're an introvert or an extrovert. What matters most is how hard you work to establish a bond with your prospects. Later in this program, I'll show you how to establish a better rapport and trust with them.
Now let me tell you how I use drive, interest, attention, practice, enthusiasm, and rejection to land a $1 million client. While doing research on our industry, I discovered a company in Nashville that could save hundreds of thousands of dollars by utilizing our services. All I needed was the opportunity to show them how. I was pumped and ready to fly. But every time I called their ad director trying to schedule an appointment, she blew me off. This went on for weeks. Now, I'm a persistent guy, but my confidence was really beginning to wane. No matter what I did, no matter what I said, she wouldn't meet with me. Finally, I decided to share my findings with someone who would care. I called her boss. Not just the head of marketing boss, but the CEO boss of the entire company. If anyone in the company would want to know how to save hundreds of thousands of dollars, it would be that CEO. So, how do you reach a busy CEO? You call them when they're the only person in the office. So bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, I called at 6 o'clock in the morning. You know, CEOs answer their calls at 6 a.m. because they're curious as to why anyone would be calling at that hour. After telling the CEO why I was calling, he suggested I contact his ad director. I told him that I had tried but had been unsuccessful at scheduling an appointment. I made sure not to tell him that the ad director had blown me off. The CEO told me that he'd advise her to see me and that I should call her later that day to schedule a meeting. But when I called, she was pretty upset. She felt that I had overstepped my boundaries by calling her boss. Well, the good news is I had my appointment, but I also had a problem. How am I going to make a good impression on someone who hates me? The answer? I have 2 young daughters, and I knew that whenever either of them was upset, a balloon or a cookie could work wonders. I arrived in Nashville well prepared for the meeting. I was confident that this ad director would be impressed with the caliber of our work if I could only overcome that one small factor. She was pissed. So what did I do? I went to a bakery and I bought the biggest and best chocolate chip cookie that money could buy. When I went to my meeting, I gave it to her as a peace offering. The ad director immediately started laughing and the tension between us was broken. How big a jerk could I actually be if I thought enough to bring her a cookie? In reality, there is no way that a cookie alone, even a delicious chocolate chip one, could help you to win an account by itself. But it did serve as an icebreaker and it softened her up so that she would be willing to listen to my presentation. In the end, after several months of tremendous efforts, we were awarded the business. I truly believe that it was the qualities that we just talked about that made all the difference. I was driven to meet the client's needs, regardless of the obstacles that they put in front of me. I was sincerely interested in helping them save money. I paid attention to their industry and uncovered their needs through hard work. I practiced and honed my presentation to win their business. I was always enthusiastic about solving their problems. And although there was tremendous rejection along the way, I never let it stop me.
It's quiz time. Let's see what you've learned. Question number 1. What is the primary mission of a relationship salesperson? Is it A, to help their clients fulfill their needs through the sale of their products and services? B, to make sales and move product? C, to increase the net worth of their company, therefore extending their reach and improving their products? Or D, to surpass their competition in sales revenue and product turnover?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
The correct answer is A, to help their clients fulfill their needs through the sale of their products and services. Question number 2. In this lesson, we've used the acronym DIAPER to describe what? Is it A, that salespeople are babies too? B, that wearing a diaper protects salespeople from being embarrassed in high-pressure meetings? C, it describes 6 essential qualities that a successful relationship salesperson must possess? Or D, that salespeople are born that way?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
The answer to that one is C. It describes 6 essential qualities that a successful relationship salesperson must possess. Good job. Let's move to question number 3. When you're a relationship salesperson, what do customers not see you as? Is it A, an expert, B, a partner, C, a vendor, or D, a value-added resource to their business?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
And the correct answer is C. They do not see you as a vendor. Question number 4. When is the best time to reach a busy CEO by phone? Is it A, very early in the morning, B, during regular business hours, C, whenever it is that you believe you have the best chance of reaching them, or D, after hours?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
The correct answer to that one is C, whenever it is that you believe you have the best chance of reaching them. Question number 5. When Professor Osinski called the CEO in Nashville, he purposely did not tell him that his ad director kept blowing him off and refused to see him. Why is that? Is it A, because it would have been unprofessional to throw her under the bus? B, ultimately, if he was to develop a business relationship with the company, he would need to develop a positive working relationship with the ad director, so this would have been a bad way to start. C, you always assume that an employee is in good standing with their boss. Therefore, what benefit would be gained by criticizing her? Or is it D, all of the above are good reasons why he didn't tell him?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
And the answer is D. All of the above are good reasons why he didn't tell him. Excellent. Okay, so to recap, Chapter 1, the key distinction between relationship salespeople and traditional salespeople. Relationship salespeople, their primary mission again is to help their clients fulfill their needs through the sale of their products and services. Traditional salespeople are focused primarily on making sales and moving product. As a result, being a relationship salesperson gets you a lot farther and increases your chances for a long, successful, and prosperous partnership with your clients. Remember that relationship salespeople can be developed. Remember the acronym DIAPER. D is for drive, I is for interest, A is for attention, P is for practice, E is for enthusiasm, and R is for rejection. Congratulations! You've completed Chapter 1. In Chapter 2, Why People Buy, you'll learn about consumer behavior and the steps that consumers go through in purchasing products and services.